Hello and welcome to Stage 3 of the 2022 Formula 1 Grand Prix event. I'm using the Red Bull. If you're wondering about upgrade costs, I'd suggest you watch my Stage 1 video. The link is at the end in the playlist link. I get to it in the first 20 or 30 seconds of that video. And so this one I thought I'd try something interesting. It said pass 6 cars without damaging yours, and I thought, well, what do they mean by damage? Because there's damage that occurs because you hit something, and then there's damage that occurs when you're driving off track, but that isn't added up until the end of the race. So let's just go full speed and take the left-hand cut at the first chicane and see what happens. Ooh, that's risky. Oh, and there we go. It's the end. So I didn't hit those walls too hard. So you can do it the normal way too, but I don't know. I did that just for some fun, so you guys can see different ways of doing things. So for this stage, we've got depleting tires. Tires are wearing out fast. My suggestion for this is try not to take your tires off track at all, not even 2 tires. So a lot of people don't realize that. The game definitely counts whenever you've got any tires off track. So how do we know this? Well, your braking ability is always worse with 2 tires off track. In fact, the worst braking ability in the game is with 2 tires off track. So then why do you see people like me doing it and other guys doing it? That's because of trajectory or your race line. So sometimes you get a better line through the corner, like you widen out that corner by having 2 tires way off track, but it definitely hurts your braking ability. And also it will, as far as your clean race bonus is concerned, to get maximum clean race bonus, you need all 4 tires on track at all times, never hitting anything. Now, all 4 tires on track at all times will make you a lot slower than the competition. Like in a weekly time trial competition, you're not even going to get Group C if you try to keep all 4 tires on track. It doesn't matter how good you are. So you just have to do that. Ooh, that was close. Anyhow, so that helps you to not wear your tires out as fast. So you definitely don't want all 4 tires off track. Even avoiding 2 tires will help. And why does that matter? Because as this grip goes down, my cornering ability will get hurt. So with a car like this at 73%, I really don't have to adjust my driving too much. But yeah, I'm going to take this chicane a little bit more careful. Woo, that was kind of nice. I mean, this is almost over and I've still got a lot of tires left. So really, I mean, there's nothing really to worry about, but maybe you're doing this with as limited upgrades at this point. I've already got everything I need to finish the last race of Stage 5, and so if you're doing this with as few upgrades as possible, then you'll have to be a little bit more careful. Now, I'm not doing that because I know I have to. I'm forced to buy these upgrades before the event's over. So buy them early, earn more currency per race, and kind of have some fun with it all. Now in this stage, we've got to warm up our tires without ever going off track and without skidding, and the first thing we're facing is Parabolica. So as tempting as it is to attempt this at full speed, not with 11% tires, you can forget about that. So I'm going to take it easy around this track, don't want to do anything too crazy, and just let those tires build up, get some nice average speed built up. I don't think there's going to be any problems here. Get some nice drafting in or slipstreaming, depending on which type of racing you regularly watch. Definitely the same thing. And yeah, there we go again. Your tires will build up grip faster if you stay off track. Mind you, here I am with 2 tires way off track. Actually, when it comes to building up, only 4 tires off track will hurt you when it comes to building up your tires. Now, if I was able to skid or slide, I would be building up my tires a lot quicker. It's actually shocking how fast you can build up the heat in those tires by drifting and sliding around, but not when it said no skidding. So I'm going to be very careful. In fact, I'm staying really careful through this event here. You might notice if you've watched my videos, you know I do off-track cutting sometimes for different reasons, and I'm not doing really any of that, hardly any. So just no reason for it. It's available to you if you're having a hard time, but I really don't think this event is going to be difficult in the slightest sense. Usually they're not. Required PR events, the developers try to make these so that if you buy the upgrades they tell you need, that's it. You can just basically pay the fee, get your car. And I love these cars. These are amazing cars. I wanted to have a third 2022 Formula One car maxed out just for the fun of it. I love these cars. They're some of the best cars I've driven in the game. So I actually think it's an extremely good deal to fully upgrade these ones. You certainly don't need 3. I'm kind of overdoing it, honestly. But I'm finding some interesting things. By the way, drafting is always hilarious. Just watch how fast this adds up. It's ridiculous. It's not meters, it's not yards. Yes, you know it. Roman cubits. Yes, as in ancient Rome. The unit of measure that is being used for some reason is Roman cubits, and no one knows why. For every meter you drive, you're getting credited 2.25 meters. You work out that math. Oh, it's been a while since I looked at this. 17.48 centimeters. No, that sounds wrong. 17.48 inches, 44.44 centimeters, I believe. I didn't look it up. I've done the conversions in the past. Definitely, you're getting 2.25 meters for every meter you travel. That's why the drafting goes by so quickly, or the slipstreaming. So, there you go. Okay, so, one interesting thing I've been noticing. The Mercedes and the Ferrari for 2022 are extremely close in all stats. The Mercedes is a 1/100th of a second faster. The Ferrari has brakes that are 3/10ths of a second better as far as their stopping speed. Other than that, they're the same. However, their coating is different. They handle differently. And the Mercedes, when you get mild damage, you take a top speed penalty, whereas you do not take a top speed penalty in the Ferrari. But I noticed that the brakes seem to fall off and the cornering seems to fall off a bit more with the Ferrari. I found that extremely interesting. Oh, do I do it? Oh, perfect! A perfect figure 8 across the start-finish line. I love doing that. You gotta kind of plan that out carefully. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like doing stuff like that. Well, that's it. So please like, subscribe, check out some other videos. Playlist link is here. Endurance video and the fastest way to earn $250,000 dollars.